All right, sorry I had to split that video up, but we are back. I have the entire commercial built from top to bottom. Now we're going to listen to it and then we're going to talk about music. So here you go.
During season 2 of The Ear, we explore the beauty of the local church. And during this episode, we talk about the church as a place we go.
Why would you not go to church to worship God? Why would you avoid going to church to worship God?
No Christian has ever been called to walk alone in his or her own faith. We need one another. The church was designed from the beginning to function as the living body of Christ on earth.
The way the Apostles' Creed puts it, in that we believe in the communion of saints, is pretty helpful.
There are several reasons we ought to go to church. One is to hear the preaching of the word. The next would be to participate in corporate worship. And the third is because iron sharpens iron.
We become forgetful of the gospel message. We forget about the truth of what that means for us.
So please stay tuned as we talk about the church being a place we go.
All right, so now what I want to do is I want to add some depth to this recording. So the beginning.
Church as a place we go.
Why would you not go to church?
All right, I'm going to take Cameron's thing and let's go to, I think it's equalization. Yeah, I'm going to go to equalization and we're going to put this on, I don't know, AM radio. See how that sounds. See if it lets me. It's not letting me. Okay.
Why would you not go to church to worship God? Why would you avoid going to church?
All right. So I'm just checking volume levels right now to make sure.
Why would you not go to church to worship God? Why would you avoid going to church to worship God?
No Christian has ever been called to walk alone in his...
Okay. So I tried to play with the panning, but we're not going to do that because we don't want to mess anything up. So we're going to add some audio, and I'm going to go to my folder. Let me close out all these thingamajiggies. I got a lot of them open. Sorry about that. All right, so what we're going to end up doing is picking a song that fits the podcast, and I kind of got one picked out already. We're going to go there, and we're going to drag this over into it. All right. Again, we're going to go ahead and split it to mono and delete. Now, we're just going to randomly play just to see how it sounds. No editing right now, just to see how it's going to sound.
During season 2 of The Ear, we explored the beauty of the local church. And during this episode, we talk about the church as a place we go.
Why would you not go to church to worship God? Why would you avoid going to church to worship God?
No Christian has ever been called to walk alone in his or her own faith. We need one another.
Okay, I like that. So what I'm going to do is right at the minute mark, I am going to, you're going to think that I'm crazy when I do this, but I'm going to go right past the minute mark and I'm going to split this, edit, clip boundaries, split, and I'm going to delete the last piece of that. All right. I'm going to zoom in. And again, it's Command 1 helps you zoom in. And we're going to scoot this over. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut the beginning of this off. All right. And then I'm going to select everything up here. All right. And just kind of keep going till you get to the end. Grab your time shift tool. And we're going to shift this over to where it starts right about there. Now, keep in mind, we still got some time to play with, okay? Commercial is well under a minute. Now, what I'm going to do, now that I got my time shift, I am actually going to start here, and I'm going to go to effect, and I'm going to go fade in. And let's see how that sounds. Okay. All right. So I'm going to cut the beginning off. There we go.
During season 2 of The Ear,
okay. What we do not want to happen is we don't want the music to overpower the audio, the audio track. Okay. So we're going to do something called enveloping. We're going to take this tool here, or auto ducking, if you will. All right. Or you can hit F2 on your keyboard. And we're going to, first thing we're going to do is drop this down volume wise. Then we're going to select, okay, key point there. And then we're going to just drop that down to where it lessens. We're going to zoom up to the end, and right in here, we're going to bring the volume back up. All right. And we're just going to test it just to see how it sounds.
During season 2 of the year, we explore the beauty of the local church. And during this episode, we talk about the church as a place we go.
Why would you not go to church to worship God? Why would you avoid going to church to worship God?
No Christian has ever been called to walk alone in his or her own faith. We need one another. The church was designed from the beginning to function as the living body of Christ on earth.
The way the Apostles' Creed puts it, in that we believe in the communion of saints, is pretty helpful.
Okay, so we're going to stop it there. We're going to drop the gain to about 4 and play it again. And again,
during season 2 of the year,
we don't
explore the beauty.
We don't want the music to overload the audio. It's background music
Of the local church. And during this episode, we talk about the church as a place we go.
Why would you not go to church to worship God? Why would you avoid going to church to worship God?
No Christian has ever been called to walk alone in his or her own faith. We need one another. The church was designed from the beginning to function as the living body of Christ on earth.
The way the Apostles' Creed puts it, in that we believe in the communion of saints, is pretty helpful.
There are several reasons we ought to go to church. One is to hear the preaching of the word. The next would be to participate in corporate worship. And the third is because iron sharpens iron.
We become forgetful of the gospel message. We forget about the truth of what that means for us.
So please stay tuned as we talk about the church being a place we go.
Okay, so then we're going to stop it there. And I'm going to put my cursor right about there and delete the back end of that. And then I'm going to select that half right there. I'm going to go back to the effects and I'm going to hit fade out. And let's listen to it now.
So please stay tuned as we talk about the church being a place we go.
All right, now I'm going to do something weird and I'm going to fade that out again.
The church being a place we go.
Okay, see how it's a smoother transition? So I think this commercial is done. I'm going to go ahead and select all of it and I'm going to play around with it just a little bit more by doing the normalization. And like I said, it's already at 4. We're going to go ahead and put it at 4.5 and preview. It's not a whole lot, but it might be just what we need.
During season 2 of the year, we explore the beauty of the local church. And during this episode, we talk about the church as a place we go.
Why would you?
Okay, that's too low, so I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to go back in there and I'm going to do normalization again, or normalize again. But instead of 4.5, I'm going to do 4.2. And do okay. Okay, and then hit play.
During season 2 of the year, we explore the beauty of the local church. And during this episode, we talk about the church as a place we go.
Why would you not go to church to worship God?
Has ever been called to walk alone in his or her own faith. We need one another. The church was...
I think that's good. So what I'm going to do is save the project. Okay. Now I'm going to mix the project. Okay. So we go to tracks, mix, and render. All right. And basically it did its thing.
During season 2 of the year, we explore the beauty of the local church. And during this episode,
and then I can play around.
during season 2 of the year, we explore the beauty of the local church. And during this episode, we talk about the church as
Save the project. Now I'm going to go ahead and export this as an MP3. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to open it up again. And again, you want to make sure you're in your right folder. So I'm going to go to season 2 and I'm going to go to commercial. And I'll leave it just like it is. Season 2, commercial 1. And I'm going to hit save. And it's telling me that it's going to mix it down to where it's into one mono file. That is what we want. I'll hit OK. Now it's going to pop up with the artist name, all that good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and leave this, but usually I would take all of this out. You know what? I'm going to take it all out, because I don't really need anything there. And I'm going to show you a basic thing that I do. If you want to put metadata, you can. I'm not going to put that. Take that out. Oops. Take that out. Take that out. Now what I'm going to do is album title. I'm going to put the beauty of the local church, because basically that's what it's going to fall under. Track number, there is no track number because it's part of an episode. So I'm going to hit OK with that. It's going to export. Now it is done. That is complete. Let's listen to it again.
During season 2 of the year, we explore the beauty of the local church. And during this episode, we talk about the church as a place we go.
Why would you not go to church to worship God? Why would you avoid going to church to worship God?
No Christian has ever been called to walk alone in his or her own faith. We need one another. The church was designed from the beginning to function as the living body of Christ on earth.
The way the Apostles' Creed puts it, that we believe in the communion of saints, is pretty helpful.
There are several reasons we ought to go to church. One is to hear the preaching of the word. The next would be to participate in corporate worship. And the third is because iron sharpens iron.
We become forgetful of the gospel message. We forget about the truth of what that means for us.
So please stay tuned as we talk about the church being the place we go.
All right, we're done. So that portion of the commercial is complete. Now, the next video that I do, or the next section of this video that I do, is going to show you Headliner and how to market and make promotional items for your podcast right before the release. So this is perfect. All right, guys, stick around.